10. Stoic ways to stop overthinking. Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Overthinking is not a modern affliction. It has been a part of the human experience throughout history. Are you familiar with the frustration of a mind cluttered with noise, the agony of indecision, or the paralysis by analysis? These are the hallmarks of overthinking. It's difficult to lead a happy and peaceful life when you're constantly anxious. Epictetus reminds us, "Accept that worry is a normal part of life. If you want to make progress, stop worrying about everything. Even if you have everything, you will still develop anxieties. No one can control everything, and that's perfectly fine. Life is like that. Nothing lasts forever. So, focus on the mind. A calm mind is what's truly valuable." So why do we let worries and overthinking dominate our lives? In this video, we'll explore 10 Stoic ways to conquer the habit of overthinking. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where we bring ancient wisdom to modern challenges. Let's dive in and find the strength within. One. Convert overthinking into a separate entity. Picture you're standing atop a serene mountain, feeling the solid earth beneath your feet while clouds drift lazily by. Now, picture those clouds as your overthinking thoughts, transient and without power, unless you grant it to them. Overthinking often sneaks in uninvited, like a sudden fog obscuring a clear view. It starts with a single worry or idea and quickly balloons, threatening to throw you off balance. In today's world, with its constant bombardment of information, this is a common struggle. Questions like what if, what next, or what could have been flood our minds. As the Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." So, let's explore our first strategy. Transform overthinking into an external entity. This approach is not about demonizing your thoughts, but recognizing that they are not the core of who you are. They are intruders in your peace. Visualize these intrusive thoughts as clouds passing by a mountain peak. You are that unyielding mountain, unmoved, as the clouds drift past. How can you fend off these intruders? Stoicism teaches us to observe without engagement. This practice not only lessens their impact but also reinforces the understanding that thoughts are fleeting. They only hold power if you cling to them. As you develop the skill of distinguishing your true self from the flood of overthinking, you will find it easier to see that you are more than your thoughts. This realization acts as a barrier, much like using earplugs to block out noise. It's a conscious, ongoing practice that strengthens with daily use. When you find yourself caught in the cycle of overthinking, pause and picture the thought as mere background noise, irrelevant and separate from your true self. By doing this, you not only protect yourself from the storm of overthinking, but also reclaim your mental space and tranquility, one mindful step at a time. Now let's dive deeper. Have you ever noticed how overthinking often starts small, then spirals into a web of anxiety? It's essential to catch yourself early in this process. Ask yourself, is this thought useful or just noise? This question can help you assess whether the thought is worth your time and energy. The Stoics believed in focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. Overthinking usually involves worrying about things beyond your control. Remind yourself of the Stoic teaching. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Next, consider journaling as a way to externalize your thoughts. By writing down your worries, you can see them from a different perspective. This practice, endorsed by many Stoics, helps to clarify your thoughts and reduce their power over you. As Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." When you see your thoughts on paper, they often appear less intimidating and more manageable. Furthermore, Practice gratitude to shift your focus from overthinking to appreciation. Each day, take a moment to reflect on what you are thankful for. This simple practice can transform your mindset and reduce the tendency to overthink. Remember, it's about where you direct your attention. As Epictetus advised, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Mindfulness and meditation are also powerful tools in your arsenal against overthinking. By focusing on the present moment, you can detach from the incessant stream of thoughts and find peace. Engage in deep breathing exercises, pay attention to the sensations of your body, and bring your mind back to the here and now whenever it starts to wander. This practice aligns with the Stoic emphasis on living in accordance with nature and accepting the present. Moreover, challenge your thoughts by questioning their validity. Are these thoughts based on facts or assumptions? Are they helpful or harmful? This critical examination can help you dismantle negative thought patterns and replace them with more constructive ones. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Apply this principle to your thoughts. If it is not true, do not dwell on it. Lastly, surround yourself with positive influences. Engage with people who uplift and support you, and consume content that enriches your mind. The company you keep can significantly impact your thought patterns. As the Stoics believed, we become what we repeatedly do. So choose to fill your life with positivity and wisdom. Overthinking is a common struggle, but by transforming it into an external entity, observing without engaging, practicing gratitude, mindfulness, and critical thinking, you can regain control over your mind. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So take deliberate steps to improve those thoughts, and you'll find greater peace and clarity in your life. What strategies will you try today to conquer overthinking and embrace a more serene existence? 2. Utilizing concentration to restore command. Do you find yourself ensnared in an endless loop of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios, endlessly replaying your anxieties until you're utterly exhausted? Picture your mind as a browser with countless tabs open, each playing a different video, and you're frantically trying to stop them all. This constant mental juggling act is a hallmark of our times, fueled by the relentless pressure to manage everything at once, leading us into a relentless cycle of overthinking. Much like a cluttered desk, a cluttered mind needs organization. The solution lies in harnessing your focus, not just for the sake of tranquility, but to reclaim control and silence the cacophony of potential outcomes so you can savor the present moment. Seneca, the revered Stoic philosopher, encapsulated this beautifully when he said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." His timeless wisdom lays the groundwork for regaining control through refocused energy. To combat overthinking effectively, anchoring yourself in the present is essential. Engage in a task, any task, and immerse your energy into it. This shift in focus pulls you out from the chaos of future worries and roots you firmly in the now. The method is simple yet profoundly effective. Dedicate yourself to an activity that demands your full attention. It could be organizing your desk, taking a brisk walk, or diving into a captivating book. These actions exist in the now, not in the realms of tomorrow or yesterday. By directing your thoughts to align with your actions, you're not merely distracting yourself. You're taking command of where your energy flows. Stoicism teaches us not to suppress our thoughts but to manage them. The goal isn't to eradicate overthinking entirely. That's impractical. Instead, the goal is to recognize unproductive thoughts and develop strategies to redirect them. Think of it like training a muscle. The more you practice refocusing, the stronger and more resilient your mind becomes. Over time, you'll find that the once daunting waves of overthinking can be tamed. one deliberate action and moment of presence at a time. Reflect on Marcus Aurelius's wise words. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This Stoic principle emphasizes the importance of focusing on what you can control, your thoughts and actions. In modern life, where distractions and pressures abound, this practice becomes even more critical. When you feel overwhelmed by the noise of overthinking, remind yourself that you hold the reins. By consciously choosing to engage in the present, you cut through the clutter and reclaim your mental space. Practical application of this Stoic wisdom can transform your daily life. When the what-ifs start to take over, pause and choose a single task to focus on. It might be as simple as washing the dishes, but by giving it your full attention, you create a sanctuary from the storm of thoughts. This intentional focus on the present acts as a reset button for your mind, grounding you and providing clarity. It's about creating a habit of mindful presence, where each task becomes an opportunity to practice this discipline. Seneca also said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This quote serves as a powerful reminder that much of our distress comes from our minds projecting into the future or ruminating on the past. By redirecting our focus to the present, we can alleviate this self-imposed suffering. Each moment of presence you cultivate is a step towards mastering your mind and reducing overthinking. The Stoic practice of harnessing focus is not just about finding peace, it's about taking control and living more fully in the present. It's a journey of mental discipline where every small act of focus strengthens your ability to manage your thoughts. By embracing tasks that demand your full attention, you draw yourself out of the cycle of overthinking and into a space of clarity and control. Remember the wisdom of the Stoics and apply it to your modern life, one deliberate action at a time, and you will find yourself better equipped to navigate the complexities of life with a calm and focused mind. 3. Accepting transformation and the practice of letting go. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, our minds often become ensnared in a relentless cycle of regrets about the past and anxieties about the future. This mental tug-of-war doesn't discriminate. It affects everyone from students stressed about exams to seasoned professionals worried about their careers. It's a silent battle that can occur during the quiet hours of the night or in the middle of a hectic day, leaving us feeling overwhelmed and mentally exhausted. But amidst this storm of thoughts, we can find solace and guidance in the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive." At first, this may sound somber or even grim, but it's actually a profound reminder of life's fleeting nature and a call to embrace it fully. Our constant worries and overthinking are as transient as the moments we live through. By recognizing the impermanence of our thoughts, we can begin to free ourselves from their grip. Picture your mind as a grand inn, with thoughts as transient guests. These guests come and go, and they do not need to overstay their welcome. Practicing the art of releasing these thoughts, like watching clouds drift lazily across the sky, can provide not just immediate relief, but also a profound shift in how we interact with our inner dialogue. This visualization helps us understand that thoughts are impermanent and that clinging to them only disrupts our peace. To truly integrate this practice into your daily routine, start by setting aside a few moments each day to consciously release your thoughts. Picture them leaving your mind as effortlessly as a gentle breeze carries away a leaf. This isn't about ignoring your thoughts, but acknowledging their presence and then letting them pass. Over time, this simple yet powerful exercise can transform how you engage with your inner world, creating more mental space and clarity. Letting go of unproductive thoughts is not a sign of weakness or defeat. On the contrary, it's a testament to your strength and a deliberate choice to reclaim your mental space. By consistently practicing this release, you'll uncover a serenity that has always been there, hidden beneath the noise of overthinking. This newfound tranquility will help you navigate life's ebbs and flows with greater ease and grace. Like the story of Sarah, a marketing executive who found herself constantly overwhelmed by her work and personal life. She would lie awake at night, replaying past mistakes and fretting about future challenges. Her mind was a battlefield of what-ifs and should-haves. One day, she stumbled upon the teachings of Epictetus and decided to try the practice of mental release. Each night before bed, she spent a few minutes visualizing her thoughts drifting away like clouds. Gradually, she noticed a change. The incessant mental chatter began to quiet down, and she felt a sense of calm she hadn't experienced in years. By embracing the transient nature of her thoughts, Sarah was able to reclaim her peace and focus on what truly mattered. What thoughts are you holding on to that no longer serve you? How might your life change if you allowed them to pass through your mind without clinging to them? These questions are not just rhetorical, but an invitation to explore your own mental habits. By addressing these inquiries, you engage with the content on a deeper level, fostering personal growth and self-awareness. Embracing change and the art of release is more than just a technique. It's a journey toward a more peaceful and present existence. By letting go of thoughts that do not serve us, we free ourselves to fully engage with the here and now. This practice, rooted in the wisdom of Stoicism, offers a pathway to inner peace and a reminder that our thoughts are just passing visitors in the grand inn of our minds. Embrace this journey and discover the tranquility that comes from living in the moment, unburdened by the past and unworried about the future. Thank you for joining us in today's video. Before we move on to the next segment, I want to express my gratitude to you. It's a pleasure to have you as a member of our community. Please feel free to share your story or personal impressions. Alternatively, if you're unsure of what to say, simply leave a comment saying, "I am a newbie," if you've just joined us, or "I am Stoic," if you've been with us for a while. Your engagement not only signifies your presence, but also serves as a significant motivation for us. All right, let's continue this journey together, shall we? 4. Establish a worry time frame. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated, Confucius once said. Think about it. How often do your thoughts race uncontrollably, buzzing in the background like a persistent refrigerator, ever present and nagging at your peace of mind? This constant stream of worries can sneak into every corner of our lives, disrupting work, invading moments with loved ones, and even stealing our sleep. Now, consider the wisdom of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who advised, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." At first glance, this might seem odd advice in the context of worry, but it actually encourages us to prioritize our tranquility over the endless chatter of anxiety. Here's a powerful tool to reclaim your peace. Set aside a dedicated time each day as your worry period. Imagine taking just 20 minutes after lunch, a small slice of your day, to allow yourself to focus entirely on your worries. During this time, dissect your concerns. Where do they come from? What are the actual chances of these fears coming true? Write them down. This act of confronting and documenting your worries often reveals that many are just shadows, intimidating but not truly substantial when you shine a light on them. Why is this practice effective? Because it teaches us that there is a time and place for everything, even our worries. Once your worry period ends, you move on with your day, knowing you've given your concerns their due time. You've confronted them, analyzed them, and now you set them aside. This isn't about eliminating worry altogether. That's an impossible task. Rather, it's about limiting their power over you by confining them to a specific time. Think of this method as organizing the clutter in your mind. By giving each thought its rightful place, you create a more orderly and peaceful mental environment. It's like tidying up a room. Once everything is in its place, you feel more relaxed and in control. You might soon realize that your worries lose their grip when they are not allowed to roam freely throughout your day. And with this newfound order, life feels a bit lighter and more enjoyable. Does this idea resonate with you? Can you see yourself carving out a small part of your day to tackle your worries head-on? It might seem strange at first, but imagine the relief of knowing that your worries have a designated time, freeing the rest of your day from their grasp. Picture the calm that comes from knowing your mind is not a battleground for constant fears, but a well-organized space where thoughts have their place. As you incorporate this practice, reflect on how your relationship with worry changes. Are you finding it easier to focus on the present? Are you noticing that the weight of your concerns feels lighter? This process isn't about perfection, but about progress. The goal is to empower you to manage your worries, not be managed by them. And in doing so, you reclaim a sense of control and serenity in your daily life. Think about what life would be like if you could reduce the constant hum of anxiety. How much more could you enjoy your work, your time with loved ones, and your moments of rest? By setting boundaries for your worries, you protect your mental space and enhance your overall well-being. This is a practice rooted in the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, designed to help you navigate the complexities of modern life with a clearer, calmer mind. So why not give it a try? Set aside your 20-minute worry period and see how it transforms your day. Notice the shift in your mental state and the clarity that comes with it. Remember, the aim is not to eradicate worries, but to manage them more effectively. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. By confronting our worries head-on, we strip them of their power and reclaim our peace. In the grand scheme of things, this small daily practice can make a significant difference. It's about creating a habit that supports your mental health and fosters a more balanced life. So, take that first step. Embrace your worry period and watch how it helps you navigate the ebbs and flows of life with greater ease and resilience. How might your life improve if you could lessen the hold of your anxieties? What new possibilities could emerge from a mind that is more focused, more present, and more at peace? Engage with this practice and reflect on its impact. Share your experiences and thoughts. How does this method work for you? What changes do you notice? Your journey towards a more serene and resilient mind begins with small, intentional steps. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and create your worry period today. 5. Break down overwhelming thoughts into actionable steps. Have you ever felt like your mind is a tangled web of worries and thoughts, each thread pulling you in a different direction? It's a common struggle, especially for men navigating the complexities of life between 30 and 65. Overthinking can feel like being trapped under an immense boulder of worry, mirroring the pressures of our fast-paced, success-driven society. This weight can leave us feeling frozen, unable to take action. But Stoic philosophy offers a timeless solution to this dilemma. Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of wisdom in Stoicism, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound insight underpins our fifth strategy for overcoming overthinking. Simplify overwhelming thoughts into manageable actions. Picture of facing a massive, intricate problem. Instead of being overwhelmed by its entirety, break it down into smaller, more digestible segments. Ask yourself, what is the immediate next step I can take? Focus on that single, actionable step, rather than the overwhelming multitude that follows. When we take even a minor step, it shifts our focus from passive worrying to active doing. This shift is like loosening a complex knot, tackling it one loop at a time. This approach doesn't trivialize the complexity of our worries. Rather, it provides a strategic maneuver through them. Seneca wisely remarked, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." By daring to take that first small step, we begin to dismantle the overwhelming boulder into manageable pieces. The elegance of this strategy lies in its straightforwardness and efficacy. Each incremental action propels us forward, Looking back, we see that the once daunting boulder has been reduced to a trail of small stones we've skillfully navigated. This practice fosters patience, fortitude, and confidence in facing challenges directly. What once appeared insurmountable is now behind us, replaced by a sense of achievement and clarity. In our modern world today, where we're constantly bombarded with expectations and responsibilities, it's crucial to simplify and prioritize. Consider the countless tasks that can accumulate in your mind, from work deadlines to family obligations. Overthinking can paralyze us, but breaking these down into smaller, actionable steps can lead to significant progress. For instance, if you're overwhelmed by a major project at work, start by outlining the key tasks, then focus on completing one task at a time. This method transforms a monumental task into a series of achievable actions, reducing stress and increasing productivity. Moreover, applying the Stoic principle extends beyond work. In personal life, whether you're facing relationship challenges, financial worries, or health concerns, breaking these problems down into manageable steps can provide clarity and direction. Epictetus advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." By defining your goals and taking deliberate steps toward them, you align your actions with your values, reducing the chaos of overthinking. Take, for example, managing financial stress. Instead of being overwhelmed by the total debt or savings goal, identify the immediate action you can take today, whether it's creating a budget, cutting unnecessary expenses, or setting up an automatic savings plan. Each step, no matter how small, contributes to your larger financial stability and peace of mind. In relationships, if you're troubled by ongoing conflicts, break down the issue. Start with open, honest communication about one specific concern, rather than tackling every problem at once. This focused approach can lead to more constructive conversations and gradual improvement in the relationship dynamics. Health concerns are another area where breaking down the problem can be effective. If you're overwhelmed by the need to improve your health, start with one small change, such as incorporating a 10-minute walk into your daily routine, or replacing a sugary snack with a healthier option. Over time, these small steps accumulate, leading to significant health benefits. In essence, the Stoic approach to simplifying overwhelming thoughts into manageable actions is about shifting from a state of passive worry to one of active engagement. By focusing on what we can do right now, we regain control over our lives. This method not only reduces the burden of overthinking, but also empowers us to make consistent progress toward our goals. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, as Lao Tzu wisely said. By taking that first step and continuing to move forward, we transform the seemingly impossible into the achievable. Each small action we take builds momentum, creating a positive feedback loop of accomplishment and confidence. Overthinking is a common challenge, but it doesn't have to paralyze us. By breaking down our overwhelming thoughts into manageable actions, we can navigate through life's complexities with clarity and purpose. The wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus offers us timeless strategies to move from a state of passive worry to active doing, transforming our challenges into opportunities for growth and achievement. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember to ask yourself, what is the immediate next step I can take? And take that step with confidence, knowing that each small action brings you closer to overcoming the boulder of worry and achieving your goals. 6. Cultivate gratitude to change your perspective. Our minds often play tricks on us, making us focus on what's missing, what could go wrong, or the goals we haven't achieved yet. This constant worrying can be draining, leaving us feeling unsatisfied and weary. We often fall into the trap of concentrating on life's not yets and if-onlys, overshadowing the many positives we already possess. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, wisely noted, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This insightful quote encourages us to shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance, from endless pondering to genuine thankfulness. It's a call to appreciate the present and the numerous blessings we often overlook while worrying about the future. Gratitude is a powerful remedy for the mind's restless tendencies. It grounds us in the rich soil of the present moment, where life truly happens. Start your journey of transformation by acknowledging 3 aspects of your daily life for which you are thankful. It might be the comforting aroma of your morning coffee, the peace found in reading a cherished book, or a warm conversation with a neighbor. This simple practice can redirect your thoughts away from the whirlpool of overthinking and toward a deep appreciation for the now. By rooting yourself in gratitude, you quiet the mental noise and enrich your daily experience. This new perspective can change how you face life's challenges, turning them into opportunities to recognize and appreciate what is already thriving in your life. Like the story of a young professional named Alex. Every day, Alex was consumed by thoughts of career advancement, financial goals, and personal achievements. Despite accomplishing many of these ambitions, Alex often felt anxious and unfulfilled, constantly chasing the next big thing. One evening, after a particularly stressful day, Alex decided to take a different approach. Instead of dwelling on the pressures of tomorrow, Alex listed 3 things to be grateful for: a supportive family, good health, and the joy of playing guitar. This small shift in focus had a profound impact. Alex began to see everyday moments in a new light, appreciating the simple pleasures and finding contentment in the present. The more Alex practiced gratitude, the less overwhelming life's challenges seemed, and the more fulfilling daily life became. So, how can you start embracing gratitude in your own life? Take a moment each day to reflect on what you are grateful for. It doesn't have to be grand or profound. It can be as simple as enjoying a delicious meal or a good laugh with a friend. By regularly practicing gratitude, you can train your mind to focus on the positives, reducing overthinking and increasing your overall happiness. Ask yourself, what are 3 things I am grateful for today? How can I incorporate this gratitude practice into my daily routine? Reflect on these questions and make gratitude a habit. As you do, you'll find that your outlook on life shifts, leading to greater peace and satisfaction. Don't forget, the key to happiness lies not in constantly seeking more but in appreciating what you already have. Embrace gratitude and you'll transform your outlook, making each day a little brighter and more meaningful. This practice not only enriches your life but also helps you navigate challenges with a more positive and resilient mindset. As you continue your journey in Stoicism, let gratitude be your guide. By focusing on the present and recognizing the abundance in your life, you'll cultivate a mindset of contentment and joy. This shift in perspective is the essence of Stoic wisdom, teaching us that true happiness comes from within, in our way of thinking. Adopting a gratitude mindset can dramatically improve your mental well-being. By appreciating the present and acknowledging your blessings, you reduce the tendency to overthink and find greater joy in everyday moments. So start today. Identify 3 things you're grateful for, and let this practice become a cornerstone of your daily life. You'll be amazed at how this simple act can transform your outlook and enrich your journey through life. If you've made it this far, you're a true seeker of inner peace. Drop a comment saying, "I embrace tranquility," to show you're committed to overcoming overthinking. Stick around, the best is yet to come. 7. Value effort, above outcomes. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a loop of endless thoughts, worrying about what might happen in the future instead of focusing on what you're doing right now? It's like our mind is dancing with the unknown, pondering the potential outcomes, the what-ifs, and the possible failures. This type of forward-looking anxiety can paralyze us, making us fixate on what might go wrong instead of appreciating the efforts we're putting in. In a society where results are often seen as the ultimate measure of success, it's easy to think that if the outcome isn't guaranteed, then maybe the effort isn't worth it. But what if I told you that Stoicism offers a different perspective, one that can liberate you from the chains of overthinking and help you live more fully in the present? Epictetus, a revered Stoic philosopher, reminds us with his words, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This means that, instead of worrying about whether our actions will lead to success, we should focus on the effort and intentions behind them. Stoicism encourages us to direct our attention to what we can control, our actions, and our dedication, rather than the unpredictable results that lie ahead. This isn't to say we shouldn't aim for high goals or strive for ambitious achievements. It's about recognizing the inherent value in the dedication and honesty of our actions, and finding honor in the journey itself. When you catch yourself agonizing over possible outcomes, try to pivot your focus back to the effort you're putting in. Ask yourself, are you giving it your all? Are you acting with noble intentions? Are you staying true to your principles? This shift in mindset allows you to immerse yourself in the present task, giving your best effort and understanding that this is where your true duty lies. By concentrating on the effort, you free yourself from the grip of overthinking. You start to live in the now, performing at your best without the shadow of what-ifs clouding your joy. Think of your actions not just as steps toward a goal, but as reflections of your essence and dedication. With this altered perspective, your journey transforms from a mere means to an end into a purposeful way of living. Every step becomes a triumph in its own right. Consider these famous words by Marcus Aurelius. "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote invites us to see obstacles not as roadblocks but as integral parts of our path. When we embrace effort over results, we begin to understand that every challenge, every effort, every action is a necessary part of our journey. Can you think of a time when you were so focused on the outcome that you forgot to appreciate the effort you were putting in? How did it feel to be trapped in that cycle of overthinking? What would happen if you shifted your focus to the present effort instead? By living purposefully and prioritizing effort over results, you create a life where each moment is a testament to your dedication and resilience. You find a balance, a sense of peace that comes from knowing you're doing your best, regardless of the outcome. This perspective allows you to discover latent capabilities within yourself, cultivate resilience, and handle life's complexities with greater equilibrium. So next time you find yourself worrying about what might happen, remember to bring your attention back to the present. Focus on what you can control, your effort, your intentions, and your actions. Ask yourself, are you embodying your philosophy? Are you living true to your principles? Are you giving your best effort? This is where true peace lies, not in the uncertain future, but in the honest, dedicated effort of the present moment. By adopting this Stoic mindset, you can turn your journey into more than just a path to a destination. It becomes a manifestation of living purposefully, where every effort, every action, and every step is a victory in itself. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination, and by prioritizing effort over results, you can live a more fulfilled, balanced, and resilient life. Let's embrace this journey together, with a focus on our efforts, and find peace and strength in knowing that we are giving our best, regardless of what the future holds. What steps will you take today to shift your focus from outcomes to effort? How will you embody your philosophy and live true to your principles in this very moment? 8. Welcome intentional discomfort. Our minds often spiral into overthinking when confronted with discomfort or change, endlessly simulating events, trying to foresee all outcomes, and bracing for every potential discomfort. This mental simulation can be draining, turning our comfort zone into a confining space that hinders growth, with overthinking as its vigilant guard. Marcus Aurelius once stated, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing," epitomizing the Stoic commitment to confronting challenges rather than shying away. Embracing voluntary discomfort conditions our minds to manage uncertainty and curtail overthinking. It involves deliberate, modest steps outside our comfort zones, fostering resilience and flexibility. To adopt this in daily life, begin with manageable acts like enduring a cold shower, forgoing a pillow, or opting to walk over driving. Challenge your routine and observe the ensuing emotions impartially. This is not self-punishment, but a lesson that discomfort is not as intimidating as it seems in our overwrought thoughts. Voluntary discomfort, surprisingly, makes us more at ease with life's variances. Regularly facing the uncomfortable makes the unknown known, calming the mind. It becomes less perturbed by change, concentrating instead on what we can influence, our reactions. This profound change in outlook not only reduces overthinking, but also forges an inner resilience, steadfast amidst life's inevitable ups and downs. Seneca wisely observed, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." By willingly stepping into discomfort, we harness the power to strengthen our mental faculties. This practice not only reduces our tendency to overthink, but also builds a robust mental framework capable of facing life's unpredictability with calm and assurance. As we make these small yet significant changes, we start to see discomfort not as a threat, but as a powerful tool for personal growth and mental fortitude. This shift in perspective is crucial in our journey to curb overthinking and develop a resilient mind. In modern life, where comfort is often prioritized and convenience is at our fingertips, embracing voluntary discomfort might seem counterintuitive. However, it is in these moments of deliberate challenge that we find true strength and clarity. For instance, choosing to take the stairs instead of the elevator, or abstaining from a favorite treat, are small acts of discipline that remind us of our capability to endure and thrive despite discomfort. These practices, while simple, have profound effects on our mental state, teaching us that we are stronger than we often believe. Moreover, voluntary discomfort helps us build a stronger sense of gratitude and appreciation for the comforts we do enjoy. When we occasionally step away from our comforts, we return to them with a renewed sense of thankfulness and contentment. This method aligns perfectly with the Stoic virtue of appreciating what we have and not taking our comforts for granted. Epictetus reminds us, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions but in having few wants." By practicing voluntary discomfort, we align our desires with our means, finding contentment in what we have rather than constantly yearning for more. In today's fast-paced world, where the pressure to achieve and accumulate is relentless, adopting Stoic practices can provide a sanctuary of peace and mental clarity. Embracing voluntary discomfort is a powerful way to break the cycle of overthinking and cultivate a mind that is resilient, adaptable, and at peace with uncertainty. It teaches us that discomfort is not something to be feared but an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. As you incorporate these Stoic principles into your daily life, remember that the goal is not to seek suffering, but to build a mindset that can withstand the challenges and uncertainties of life. By doing so, you will find that overthinking diminishes, replaced by a calm, focused mind that is ready to face whatever comes its way. This transformation will not only improve your mental well-being, but also enhance your overall quality of life, making you more present, mindful, and appreciative of each moment. The practice of embracing voluntary discomfort is a powerful tool in the Stoic arsenal against overthinking. By stepping out of our comfort zones and confronting the discomfort head-on, we build mental resilience and clarity. This practice, rooted in ancient wisdom, is incredibly relevant today, offering a pathway to a more serene and focused life. As Seneca aptly put it, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Let us take these words to heart and embark on a journey of growth, resilience, and mental fortitude, free from the chains of overthinking. 9. Reflect on life's transience. When overthinking grips us, we often get lost in the details, forgetting the bigger picture of our lives. We become ensnared in a web of what-ifs, distorting our view and turning small issues into towering obstacles that consume our thoughts and energy. Seneca's wise words, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short, and we are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of it," remind us that life is fleeting. Overthinking robs us of precious moments that could be enjoyed and experiences that could be cherished. Stoicism urges us to ask whether our current worries will matter in the grand scheme of our lives. To fight overthinking, it's helpful to occasionally step back and look at our life as a whole. Recognize that many of our concerns are temporary and insignificant in the long run. When you find yourself trapped in a cycle of thoughts, pause and reflect on the brevity of life. Ask yourself if these worries truly deserve the attention you're giving them, considering the limited time we have. This reflection on life's shortness helps us prioritize our experiences and concerns by their real significance. It's not about sinking into gloom or becoming indifferent, but about valuing the present and focusing on what truly matters. This perspective shift is a powerful antidote to overthinking, as it anchors us in the present, heightens our appreciation for the moment, and reduces the weight of future anxieties. Let life's fleeting nature inspire you to live more fully in the present, adding vibrant colors to your life's canvas through active and mindful living. Think about a modern-day scenario where overthinking takes hold. You're preparing for a big presentation at work, and your mind is racing with thoughts like, "What if I mess up?" or "What if they don't like my ideas?" This mental chatter can paralyze you, making you feel overwhelmed. But if you step back and consider the bigger picture, you'll see that one presentation isn't the end of the world. In fact, it's just one small part of your professional journey. By zooming out, you can remind yourself that your career is built on many experiences, not just this one moment. Ask yourself, will this worry matter in 5 years? Often, the answer is no. This question helps you put things in perspective, reducing the power of overthinking. Instead of letting worries dominate your mind, focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. Engaging with life's impermanence doesn't mean ignoring your responsibilities or becoming careless. It means acknowledging that our time is limited and choosing to spend it wisely. When you catch yourself spiraling into overthinking, use this awareness to ground yourself. Breathe deeply, appreciate the present moment, and redirect your energy towards what you can change. How does reflecting on life's transience help you manage your overthinking? Consider how this practice can transform your daily interactions and decisions. By keeping the bigger picture in mind, you free yourself from the tyranny of minor worries and create space for more meaningful and fulfilling experiences. Ultimately, remembering that life is short encourages us to live with intention. It's about making conscious choices that align with our values and priorities. So next time you find yourself caught in a loop of overthinking, pause and reflect. Is this concern worth my precious time? Use this moment to realign with what truly matters and move forward with clarity and purpose. The impermanence of life is a powerful tool against overthinking. It helps us see beyond our immediate worries and focus on the bigger picture. By embracing this perspective, we can live more fully and mindfully, appreciating each moment for the unique opportunity it presents. Let this awareness guide you to a life of greater presence, purpose, and peace. Thank you for being in this video. What are some ways you've managed to stop overthinking in your own life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you're not sure what to write, you can simply comment, "I am learning to let go." 10. Leverage external knowledge. Picture your mind as a maze where every turn seems to lead to more confusion and endless spirals of overthinking. It feels like you're trying to solve a puzzle, only to find the pieces multiplying endlessly, trapping you in a cycle of relentless thoughts. This is the essence of overthinking, a closed loop of thoughts with no clear exit. But what if you could break this cycle? What if you could find a way out? Seneca, a revered Stoic philosopher, offers a profound piece of advice. Consult your friend on everything, especially on those matters concerning yourself. His counsel may then be useful where your own self-love might impair your judgment. This timeless wisdom reveals a crucial strategy for overcoming overthinking. Stoicism encourages us to seek external perspectives to break the cycle of our internal monologues. Why not turn to a trusted friend or mentor for a fresh perspective? Imagine having a conversation with someone who isn't tangled in your web of thoughts. When you share your concerns with them, you gain two significant benefits. First, verbalizing your thoughts often brings clarity. Second, you receive new, objective viewpoints that you might have missed. This can be someone from your personal circle or a seasoned professional whose advice you respect. Sharing your thoughts with them can illuminate your situation, making it easier to navigate through the fog of overthinking. Moreover, this practice underscores the importance of human connection. When we share our burdens, we don't weaken ourselves. Instead, we acknowledge our shared strength and resilience as social beings. Think about the last time you confided in someone. Didn't it make your problem seem more manageable? That's because discussing our challenges tends to lessen their weight, not by making them disappear, but by making them easier to bear. Marcus Aurelius, another eminent Stoic, reminds us, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This quote emphasizes the value of our relationships. By embracing the insights and support of others, we can tackle overthinking more effectively. Each interaction helps piece together the puzzle of our thoughts, not because the problems themselves become simpler, but because we are no longer facing them alone. Consider how different your approach to overthinking could be if you consistently sought external wisdom. How might your perspective change if you regularly consulted friends, mentors, or even insightful literature? What new solutions could emerge from these interactions? Reflecting on these questions can guide you toward a more balanced and less cluttered mind. In our modern world, it's easy to feel isolated despite being constantly connected. Overthinking can thrive in this isolation. But by reaching out to others, we not only gain new insights, but also strengthen our bonds. This is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom and courage. It's about recognizing that we are part of a larger community, and our shared experiences can lead us to greater clarity and peace. So, the next time you find yourself trapped in a maze of thoughts, remember Seneca's advice. Reach out to a friend or mentor, and let their perspective guide you. Allow their insights to shed light on your path. By doing so, you'll find that the pieces of your puzzle start to fit together more easily. The challenges may remain, but with the support and wisdom of others, you'll navigate through them with greater ease and confidence. Drawing on external wisdom is a powerful way to stop overthinking. It allows you to break free from the confines of your mind and see your situation from a new angle. It reinforces the importance of human connection and reminds you that you are not alone. As you embrace this practice, you'll discover that the fog of overthinking begins to clear, revealing a path that is more manageable and less daunting. What are some ways you can start incorporating this practice into your life today? Who are the people you can turn to for fresh perspectives? How can their insights help you see your challenges in a new light? By pondering these questions, you can take the first steps toward a clearer, calmer mind. Remember, the wisdom of others is a valuable resource. Don't hesitate to tap into it. Does your mind frequently spiral into endless loops of worry and contemplation, even over the smallest issues? It's a common experience, one that can leave you feeling drained and mentally exhausted. Perhaps you've noticed that even minor inconveniences or slightly troubling situations can occupy your thoughts for hours, sometimes even an entire day. This constant mental chatter can be overwhelming, leading to headaches and a pervasive sense of unease. We've all come across the sentiment that life is basically sad. It's a phrase that can resonate deeply when we're trapped in the cycle of overthinking. Additionally, it's not uncommon to hear from friends or family members at least a few times a week the well-meaning yet somewhat dismissive comment, "You think too much." While these words are often intended to comfort or to snap us out of our ruminations, they can sometimes feel more like an acknowledgement of a struggle that we already know too well. Overthinking can be a pervasive issue, affecting many aspects of our lives. It often starts with a single thought or concern that seems relatively small at first. However, as we dwell on it, that thought can snowball into a larger issue in our minds. We start to analyze every possible outcome, replay conversations, and second-guess our decisions. This mental overdrive can make it difficult to focus on other tasks, disrupt our sleep, and even impact our relationships with others. The tendency to overthink can stem from various sources. For some, it's rooted in a desire for control. By analyzing every detail, we hope to predict and manage potential problems before they arise. For others, it may be a result of perfectionism, where the fear of making mistakes leads to endless mental reviews of our actions and choices. Additionally, anxiety and stress can significantly contribute to overthinking. When we're anxious, our brains are on high alert, constantly scanning for potential threats and challenges, even when there are none. Understanding the causes of overthinking is a crucial first step in addressing it. However, simply knowing why we overthink doesn't necessarily stop the process. To break free from this cycle, we need to adopt strategies and practices that help calm our minds and redirect our thoughts. 1. In our increasingly complex world, seeking advice from others has become a common and understandable practice. We all strive to make the best decisions and avoid mistakes, and getting input from friends, family, or colleagues can provide valuable perspectives. However, there is a point where constantly asking for others' opinions can become problematic. When we solicit advice from too many people, we can become overwhelmed by conflicting viewpoints, leading to analysis paralysis. This state of indecision can make us feel stuck and unsure of the best course of action. Over-reliance on external advice often signals a deeper issue, a lack of self-trust. When we constantly seek validation from others, it suggests we do not have confidence in our own judgment, preventing us from developing the crucial skill of independent decision-making. To build self-confidence, it's important to acknowledge our past successes and recognize our ability to make good choices. Limiting the number of advisors we consult can also help, allowing us to avoid being overwhelmed by too many conflicting opinions. Setting clear criteria for our decisions can guide us in evaluating the advice we receive and ensure it aligns with our priorities. Practicing decision-making on our own, starting with small choices and gradually taking on more significant ones, can help build this essential skill. It's also important to accept the possibility of mistakes and view them as opportunities for learning rather than failures. Reflecting on our decisions, considering what went well and what could be improved, further helps us grow more confident in our judgment. Trusting ourselves is essential for personal growth, resilience, and empowerment. It allows us to take risks, step out of our comfort zones, and face challenges with a sense of control and well-being. By gradually building self-trust, we can navigate life's complexities with greater confidence and ease, ultimately achieving a deeper sense of empowerment and fulfillment. 2. In our fast-paced world, the mind often becomes a relentless echo chamber, replaying past stories and issues, sometimes to the point of exhaustion. These repetitive thoughts can trap us in a cycle of mental fatigue, preventing us from living fully in the present. As someone devoted to Stoicism, understanding and managing these repetitive thoughts is crucial for maintaining serenity and resilience. Stoicism offers timeless strategies to address this issue by focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. Key Stoic practices include recognizing the dichotomy of control, practicing mindfulness, journaling, and applying rational analysis to our thoughts. Practical steps, such as setting aside worry time, engaging in physical activity, practicing gratitude, seeking social support, and using meditation and breathing exercises, can help manage these thoughts effectively. By integrating these Stoic principles, we can transform our relationship with repetitive thoughts, viewing them as passing clouds rather than allowing them to dominate our mental landscape. The goal is not to eliminate these thoughts, but to change how we respond to them, finding solace and strength in the present moment and leading a more serene and resilient life. As we draw this journey to a close, remember that the Stoic path is one of continuous practice and mindful application. The 10 Stoic methods to halt the whirlwind of overthinking are not merely concepts to understand, but principles to live by. Each method we've explored offers a unique tool to help us cultivate inner peace and resilience amidst the chaos of modern life. Reflect on the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, who reminds us that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This wisdom underlines the essence of Stoicism, that our peace is within our control, and by managing our thoughts, we manage our lives. Consider Epictetus, who taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This profound insight encourages us to focus on our responses, rather than the events themselves, enabling us to navigate challenges with a calm and steady mind. And let's not forget Seneca, who wisely stated, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Overthinking often amplifies our fears and anxieties, but through Stoic practices we can learn to ground ourselves in the present moment and dispel these mental storms. Implementing these 10 methods into your daily routine can create a significant shift in how you approach life's uncertainties. From practicing gratitude and focusing on what you can control, to reflecting on the impermanence of life and embracing the present moment. Each technique offers a pathway to a quieter, more centered mind. Together, we can transform philosophy into action, and action into a more serene and resilient life. What step will you take today on this Stoic path to stillness and clarity? Share your first action in the comments, and let's embark on this transformative quest together. If you found value in this video, please like and share it with others who might benefit from these timeless teachings. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Stoic in Your Life, and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. By joining our community, you'll be the first to receive insights and practices that can help you navigate the complexities of life with a Stoic mindset. Thank you for watching and being a part of this journey towards inner peace and resilience. Remember, the Stoic path is not a destination, but a continuous practice. Let's walk this path together, one mindful step at a time. Stay strong, stay serene, and stay stoic. Until next time, take care.